Have you ever wondered why a man would wrestle with an angel? Think about it, it's an intriguing question, isn't it? Well, the answer lies in the pages of the Bible, in the book of Genesis, chapter 32, verses 22 to 32. A captivating tale of struggle and revelation. Here we meet Jacob, a man who literally wrestles with an angel. Yes, you heard it right, he wrestles with an angel. Quite a feat, wouldn't you agree? But why? Why would Jacob wrestle with a celestial being? What's the significance of this unusual struggle? Is it merely a physical tussle, or is there a deeper spiritual undertone to it? It's a fascinating tale, one that has captivated audiences for centuries. So are you ready to unravel the layers of this story, to understand the true essence of Jacob's struggle? Join us as we delve deeper into this fascinating story. Our story begins on a dark, quiet night at the Jabbok River. In this tranquil setting, we find Jacob, a man torn by fear and hope. He is preparing for a monumental moment in his life, a reunion with his estranged brother Esau. The air is thick with anticipation. Jacob, ever the strategist, devises a plan. He arranges his family and possessions, sending them across the river in waves, hoping to appease Esau with his gifts. As the last of his entourage crosses the river, Jacob finds himself alone. The quiet night amplifies the weight of his thoughts. He is a man alone, wrestling with his fears and uncertainties. It's a moment of introspection, a moment of reckoning. The stage is set for a night that will forever change Jacob's life. And then, in the solitude of the night, an unexpected visitor arrives. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Jacob finds himself wrestling with a mysterious man. In the cool night air, under a blanket of stars, a struggle unfolds that would forever change the course of Jacob's life. The identity of this man is shrouded in mystery, his face hidden in the shadows of the night. Yet, his strength is undeniable, the power in his grasp unmatched. Jacob, however, is a man of grit and fierce determination. He doesn't shy away from the struggle. Instead, he digs his heels into the ground, matching the man's strength with his own. The wrestling match is intense, a dance of power and will under the moonlight. Jacob's muscles strain, his breath coming in ragged gasps as he refuses to back down. The night wears on, hours stretching into eternity as neither man gives an inch. The air is thick with tension. The only sounds are the grunts of exertion and the rustling of leaves underfoot. The mystery man's power is immense, yet Jacob matches him, blow for blow. But this is not just a physical battle, it's also a spiritual one. Jacob is wrestling for more than just victory. He's wrestling for a blessing. As Jacob's strength wanes, his determination doesn't falter. Despite the pain, the fatigue, he clings on, his fingers digging into the man's clothing. There's a desperation in his grip, a silent plea for something more. He's not just wrestling with a man. He's wrestling with his fears, his past, his future. He's wrestling for his destiny. And in the heart of the struggle, something remarkable happens. Jacob, despite his physical exhaustion, shows no sign of giving up. His spirit remains unbroken, his will unwavering. Through the sweat and pain, Jacob makes a vow. He will not let go until he receives a blessing. His voice echoes in the quiet night, a testament to his resilience and faith. As dawn breaks, the man finally reveals his true identity. The wrestling match comes to an end, but its impact on Jacob, and indeed on all of us, is only just beginning. Opening. The man Jacob has been wrestling with is no ordinary man. He is an angel of God. In the midst of their struggle, the angel implores Jacob to let him go, for dawn is breaking. But Jacob, ever the tenacious one, insists that he will not release him until he receives a blessing. The angel, recognizing Jacob's perseverance, decides to grant him his wish. But this is no ordinary blessing. It is a blessing that will forever alter the course of Jacob's life and the history of a nation. The angel tells Jacob, "Your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with humans and have overcome." Now this is a significant moment. The name Jacob, meaning he grasps the heel or he deceives, was a reflection of Jacob's past, a past filled with deception and trickery. But the name Israel, meaning he struggles with God, signifies a transformation. It illustrates Jacob's spiritual growth and his journey from a trickster to a man who wrestles with God and prevails. This name change is not just a personal transformation for Jacob, it has far-reaching implications. It marks the birth of the nation of Israel, a nation that would go on to play a pivotal role in biblical history. But the angel's revelation doesn't stop there. He also blesses Jacob, saying, "May God give you heaven's dew and earth's richness, an abundance of grain and new wine." This blessing further emphasizes the prosperity that is to come for Jacob and his descendants. The encounter leaves Jacob physically marked as well. The angel touches his hip, and from that point on, Jacob walks with a limp, a constant reminder of his encounter with the divine. Ending, and so Jacob, now Israel, limps away from the encounter, forever changed. His struggle with the angel symbolizes his struggle with his past, his transformation, and his future as the father of a nation. It is a story of faith, perseverance, and the power of divine intervention. But what can we take away from this strange and powerful story? Jacob's struggle with the angel is a narrative rich with profound insights and one that invites us to delve into the depths of our own spiritual journey. Let's unearth the lessons embedded in this biblical tale. Firstly, we encounter the power of perseverance. Jacob, despite his exhaustion and fear, wrestles with the angel until dawn. He doesn't let go. He doesn't give up. This is a testament to his tenacity and resolve. It teaches us that when we find ourselves in the throes of struggle, whether it's spiritual, emotional, or physical, we must hold on, persevere, and not let go until we receive our blessings. Secondly, the story underscores the importance of wrestling with God. It may seem counterintuitive, even audacious. Yet this wrestling is not one of defiance, but of engagement. It is a struggle that signifies a deep and dynamic relationship with the divine. It encourages us to question, to challenge, to wrestle with our faith and beliefs. Because it is through this wrestling, this engagement, that our faith becomes more authentic, more personal, and more alive. Finally, the tale tells us that transformation can come from such struggles. Jacob, after his encounter with the angel, is not the same. He walks away with a limp, but also with a new name, Israel, and a renewed sense of purpose. His struggle led to his transformation, to his growth. This reminds us that our struggles, however difficult they may be, can be catalysts for change and growth. They can lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship with God. In sum, Jacob's struggle with the angel teaches us about the power of perseverance, the importance of an engaged relationship with God, and the transformative potential of our struggles. So, like Jacob, we too must be willing to wrestle with God and seek his blessings. The story of Jacob wrestling with an angel is more than just a strange tale from the Old Testament. This narrative, nestled in the heart of Genesis, presents a vivid picture of human tenacity and divine intervention. Jacob, our protagonist, engages in a wrestling match with a mysterious figure. As dawn breaks, it becomes apparent that this figure is no ordinary man, but an angel. The struggle is intense and enduring. It symbolizes our own struggles in life, our fights with our fears, doubts, and insecurities. Like Jacob, we too wrestle not with angels, but with our personal challenges. And just like him, we can emerge victorious, not by our strength alone, but by acknowledging our dependence on a higher power. But let's take a step back and remember the turning point in the story, the angel's revelation. Jacob was asked to reveal his name, a request he complied with. This act of honesty, of admitting his identity, led to his transformation. He was no longer Jacob, but Israel, a name that signifies struggle with God. This change in name was not just a change in label, but a change in character, a change in destiny. The lessons from this struggle are manifold. It teaches us about perseverance, about honesty, and about transformation. It encourages us to face our struggles head-on, to admit our shortcomings, and to seek God's blessings in our lives. It shows us that in our weakest moments, when we feel like we can't go on, that's when we are often the strongest. So, as we conclude, let us reflect on our own personal struggles. Let us remember Jacob, who wrestled with an angel and lived to tell the tale. Let us remember that our struggles are not in vain, but are often the catalysts for our greatest transformations. Let us seek God's blessings in our lives, and let us remember to persevere, to be honest, and to transform. And remember, it is through struggle that we often find our greatest transformations.